helpful information to start some fun discussion. Let's get started!
Objectives.
1. Similarities and differences between Eastern and Western perspective of the self, and how these point to perspective develop the self. 2. All the Eastern perspectives. Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, and Taoism. 3. Benefits and importance for development of self.
So, let's go on and talk about the similarities of Eastern and Western perspective of the self. First, they are both think it is important to understand yourself, whether through meditation in the East or self-reflection in the West. Knowing who you are helps you grow. Second, both explores a big questions about life and identity, trying to figure out where we fit in the world. And third, it encourages personal development. The East often uses spiritual practices, while the West focuses on self-improvement.
Next, we're going to explore how the Eastern and Western perspective develop the self. Each perspective offers unique views on identity and personal growth. Western development of the self develop through responsibility, self-actualization, and pursuit of individual happiness. Also, Western perspective focus on being unique and achieving personal goals. This encourage self-expression and help people build a strong sense of identity and self-worth by thinking critically about their actions and feelings. On the other hand, Eastern development of the self through process of inner reflection development from ego, and understanding the self place within the community and universe. Self-development is entwined with virtues of compassion, humility, and acceptance of the transience of life.
After we talk about the similarities and differences and how the self is developed, let's talk about the Eastern perspective. So first, Buddhism. Buddhism came from the root word Bush, which means awake. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, emphasizes the impermanence of all things, including the self. It rejects the idea of permanent and unchanging soul. So Siddhartha Gautama is a teacher who lives in India. She refers as the Buddha who was wandering, ascetic, and a religious one. So let's go to a Anika. Anika means that everything in life is changing and nothing lasts forever, or it also known as impermanent. So Nirvana is a state of transcendence devoid of self-reference, which means transcendence can be achieved through meditation. So what is meditation? Meditation is focusing on clearing your mind using your combination of mental and physical technique. So let's go on to the second one, which is
Hinduism.
the religion of ancient people known as the Aryans. So the Aryans is a group of people who lives in the northern India. So they believe in the law of karma, which means the law of cause and effect, which determines an individual future based on their past actions. They believe that Ant-Man, being an immortal, continues to be reincarnated from lifetime to lifetime. So Atman is a Sanskrit word for the true or eternal self. So let's go on to the similarities of Buddhism and Hinduism. They are both agree on karma, dharma, moksha, and reincarnation. They are just different in a way that Buddhism rejects the priests of Hinduism. So the former rituals and the caste system. Buddha urged people to enlightenment through meditation.
Addition to the Eastern perspective, Confucianism. Confucianism emphasized moral virtue, self-discipline, social harmony, leadership, and lifelong learning. Confucianism focused on social responsibility and moral development. It also focused on ethical living, social responsibility, and personal virtue, and emphasizing moral development through qualities like benevolence, ren, righteousness, yi, and priority, li. Lastly is Taoism. It emphasized aligning with the natural order, focusing on effortless action, wu wei,
simplicity and balance through yin and yang. The benefits of Taoism for self-development include achieving inner peace by accepting life flow, developing flexibility and resilience through Wu Ye, enhancing mindfulness and self-awareness, fostering peace through connection with nature, and promoting overall well-being with practices like meditation and Tai Chi.
Now let's talk about the benefits and importance of the development of the self. First, let's talk about the benefits. Developing the self has many benefits. First, we feel a sense of accomplishment and pride when we're constantly growing and improving ourselves. And we also feel more fulfilled and purposeful. Pursuing the personal development can also help reduce stress and anxiety levels and improve our overall mental health. Now let's talk about the importance of the development of the self. It affects every aspect of human behavior, the ability to learn, the capacity to grow and change, and also helps the individual understand who the self as in the past, who the self in the present, and who the self in the future.
Summary: Western philosophy is mainly used in the Western parts of the world, such as in the European countries, while the Eastern philosophy is prevalent in Asian countries. Western philosophy deals with individualism, while Eastern philosophy is related to collectivism. Both philosophies center on virtues.